Hello, everybody. This is Townsend 909, and today, I'm gonna be on me and Briar from Briar's Music Showcase. We're gonna be reviewing the Mamas and Papas today, but I just went to the record store and I just wanted to showcase the four albums I got, the one CD I got, and the one Funko Pop I got. This is gonna be relatively quick, but first one I wanted to showcase is a Rush album. Uh, Permanent Waves. I only got this for $20. This an original 1980 pressing. Man, I love this. I love this album. If you haven't watched it already, on Carriage channel, we did we, top 15 songs from 1974 to 1982, and that was a blast making. Definitely check that video out if you haven't already. Uh, but yeah, this is an amazing record. Um, has one of some of my favorite songs by them, "Spirit of Radio," of course. I mean, yeah, if you don't know "Spirit of Radio," then definitely go check that out. But yeah, "Free Will," another great song. "Jacob's Ladder," great, and that's only the first side of the record. Entre Nous is great. I love Different Strings. I don't know why Garrett's not as crazy about that song. And Natural Science, definitely the best song on the album. But yeah, I really love this album. And paying $20 for an original of this album is, to me, a steal. I think it's way more. I think it's worth more than that, but that's just me, music listener. Uh, next one I bought. This is a Genesis album. "The Land Dies Down on Broadway." This is the last Peter Gabriel era album. This is the last one to have him in the band, which is sad because he was probably my favorite member of Genesis. I love Peter Gabriel. I even listened to some of his solo albums. His solo albums are amazing. This is also an original. No, this is not an original. This is a 1982 pressing of it, but it looked like it was in great condition. I was like, you know what, I should buy this, and yeah, I really enjoyed this album. Me and Garrett listened to it off on one of our off streams, hangouts, and one of my favorite Genesis albums, even though it's very unusual. This album's gonna catch Jason's attention because this is a Crosby, Stills and Nash album. Daylight Again. I believe it was their 1982 album. This was the album before their worst album, American Dream, with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. But man, this is definitely like, when I think of a great 80s Crosby, Stills and Nash album, I think of Daylight Again. If you want to think of a horrible 80s Genesis Crosby, Stills and Nash album, listen to American Dream. But yeah. This is the last record I bought. This is their attempt to, this is Love and Spoonful, and this is their attempt to compete with the Beatles at the time. That's Everything's Playing by Love and Spoonful, like I said. This is a good album. This does have a lot of tracks I'm not crazy about, but it's a good album. I have nothing against it. There are some good tracks, though. I really do like. I love "She's Still a Mystery." That's one of my favorites off this album. "Only Pretty," "Only Pretty," "What a Pity." That's one of my favorites. That's the drummer sings on that track. But yeah, those are my records. Really happy to get those records. I did see Grace Under Pressure again at the record store, but I'm trying to have a budget on what I spend, and not that, but I'm not as big on Grace Under Pressure as much as other Rush albums, so yeah, I didn't buy that. Here's the one CD I got. This is "Spirit of Radio," Best of Rush. And I bought it because there's songs off of some of their albums. Me as Working Man, which is probably one of the better songs off of their debut album. Same with Fly By Night, which is again one of the better songs off their second album. Sadly, there's nothing off of Caress of Steel off this album because album tanked. Yeah, to me, it's a shame. 2112 Overture and the Temples of Syrinx. It doesn't have the full song. It just has the first two songs, which is Overture and Temples of Syrinx. And that's about it with the 2112 songs that they have. I know it's one song and that's it. Closer to the Heart, that song only from Farewell to Kings. Wish they would have included Xanadu. That would have been great. The Trees, which is the only song that they have from Hemispheres. Wish they would have had La Via Strangiato and Hemispheres, the title track. That would have been great. Or obviously they're not gonna have all four of the songs on the album, but I wish they would have had another one of those three songs. Well, one of those two songs on here. Has the first two songs off of Permanent Waves, which is Spirit of Radio and Free Will. Good choices. Would have liked to have Natural Science in there too, or at least Permanent Waves, the title track on here. That would have been great. Limelight and Red Barchetta and Tom Sawyer from the Moving Pictures album. Good choices. Would have liked to see Vital Signs on here, but sadly they don't have it on here. New World Man and Subdivisions from their, of course, in my opinion, their best album, Signals. Good choices. The two big hits off of it. Would have loved to hear Analog Hit on here. I of course, Losing It's my favorite off Signals, but either way, Analog Hit would have perfectly fit on here. It does have one song from their Grace Under Pressure album, which is Distant Early Warning, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of this song. It's okay. It's an okay opener. Probably one of my least favorite openers by Rush. Of course, it has the amazing Big Money song. I love Big Money. From their Power Windows album. It also has two songs, not one, but two songs from their Hold Your Fire album, which is Force 10 and Time Stands Still. Yeah, this is basically their greatest hits from their debut album all the way to Hold Your Fire, which I think it's kind of cool. He even says it on here, 74. Hopefully 74 to 86. They definitely hit all the years. That's what I got to say. I would have liked to have more songs on here. Like I said, would have liked to hear Lakeside Park on this one from the Caress of Steel album at least, and either Bastille Day too. That would have been good on this album as well. 2112 would have liked to see more. Definitely would have definitely would have liked to see. What am I thinking? Would have liked to see more 2112 on here, more 2112 representation, like Twilight Zone or Passage to Bangkok, Tears. Would have liked to see more songs from there. Same with Farewell to Kings. Like I said, Xanadu, title track even probably could have fit good as well. I'm not saying put all those songs, but one of those songs. The Trees, like I said, would have been nice to have La Via Strangiato on here. Spirit of like I said, Natural Science, Entre Nous, Jacob's Ladder. I know they were trying to keep it very limited on this album, but it would have been a cool double album if they would have did that. I think this might have been a double album. I'm not sure. I don't own the record. I just own the CD because I'm planning on giving it to my dad because I want him to get into Rush, and this is a good gateway album into Rush in my opinion. Would have loved to see YYZ on here. It's a crime that YYZ isn't on here. YYZ and Vital Signs. Those two songs are, to me, essential Rush. Like I said, yeah. To me, if there was more songs on this compilation, it would have been better. But sadly, no, there isn't. Well, this is the last thing I'm going to be showcasing. This is Funko Pop. This is from another Rush related thing. Oh man, it's probably someone thinking, "Oh man, how much Rush related things you're gonna be getting?" A lot. But this is from their live album. The Funko Pop is from their live album, Exit Stage Left, and it's the lady from Permanent Waves. She's used on the Funko. I love this Funko Pop. I love this Funko Pop. I saw this at the record store and I'm like, I need to buy this. It was this, and there was a Freddie Mercury, with the Flash Gordon t-shirt on. And if I wasn't on a budget, I would have bought both of them. But if I had to pick one, it would be this. It's such a cool Funko Pop, just like the News of the World one. I own a News of the World one with the robot. I didn't open that one up, and I'm gonna same with this one. I'm not opening this one up. This is to me, this is precious, and I don't want anyone opening this one up. I love this. I love that Funko Pop. When I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, the Funko Pop. Oh man, love it. Like I said, this is a quick video. Hope no one was watching it, but there's gonna be people in the replay. So definitely thank you for watching the video. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Next video is gonna be me and Briar reviewing the Mamas and Papas, self-titled most likely. That's gonna be fun, and yeah. See you guys next time. So long.